Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. So today we are going to understand. Give me a 1 minute. Yeah, let's start. So today we are going to understand why companies generate huge data, an introduction of big data, and why companies use PySpark. Okay, so let's start with a simple real life example. So nowadays every company generate data every second. For example, think about a shopping mall or an online shopping app. Whenever a customer buys something, a bill is generated, right? Payments happen, product details are recorded, customer information is stored. So now imagine thousands or millions of customer purchasing daily. So automatically a huge amount of data gets generated, and this data is stored in database or a cloud system. Not now, not only shopping apps, even banking system also generate massive data. For example, money transfers, ATM withdrawals, and customer payment, online transactions. So every transaction creates records in the system. Similarly, such as social media platforms. So social media platforms also generate huge amount of data. Whenever you like a post, comment on a post, share this post, upload a photo, upload a story, or send a messages. So that all these activities create data, and millions of users perform these actions continuously. Online payment application also create large data sets every second. So now the question is, what do company do with this huge amount of data? So company use this data for real business analysis, customer recommendation, fraud detection, reporting, and dashboards and machine learning. But before using the data, it must be cleaned and processed properly. This work is mainly handled by data engineers. So, what does data engineers? So, the point is, what does data engineers? Data engineers build data pipelines and ETL processes. So, now what is ETL process and what is data pipelines? I'll explain you later. Okay. Okay, let me simply clarify. ETL means extract, transform, and load. Like extract means collecting our data from different sources, and transform means transform the data, that data which I collected, which I extract from other different sources. So transform means cleaning and processing the data, so that I transform the data which I extract. And then load means storing and processed data into a database or a data warehouse. So let's understand the main problem. Can we process huge data using normal Python? Yes, of course, but only up to a certain limit. So when the data becomes extremely large, Python becomes slow. Memory issues happens and processing takes a lot of time. Okay, give me an example. I'll explain you through an example. So suppose a company has billions of records. Okay, and so can a single computer process all data efficiently? No, that's why company use data technology like PySpark. So what is PySpark? PySpark is the Python API and of Apache Spark. It is used for big data processing. The biggest advantages of PySpark is distributed computing. So now you um, thought you thinking about what is distributed processing. Sorry, distributed computing. So what does now what does distributed computing mean? Instead of processing data on one computer, one nodes, PySpark divides the work across multiple computers, across multiple nodes. Yeah, computer is equals to nodes. In PySpark language, we use nodes over computers. So these multiple nodes together are called a cluster, and all machine work simultaneously. This is known as parallel processing. Okay, so let's understand what is parallel processing. Okay, in a very simple example. So suppose you have a billion of records. So if one machine processes all records alone, it will take a very long time. But if 10 machines process the data together, so the work gets divided. So processing become much faster. That is why companies prefer PySpark for big data processing. So in this video, we understood how company generate huge data, the role of data engineer, what is ETL, why normal Python is not enough, and why PySpark is important. Okay, thank you.